Okay, hello my dear student from 10th grade. So I hope that everything is going nicely at home, that you've been taking care about yourselves. Okay, good. Today's topic is again related to simple past versus past progressive. So remember that in the previous class last week we were doing some I was explaining you basically some aspects of this. I am going to review in order that you are going to improve, to get better, to master this topic. Okay, let's compare these two tenses again. As you can see here, simple past is used to narrate things, but the activities or the actions that happen in the past, so they do not interrupt themselves. So one action happen first, then the other, and then another activity. But they do not interrupt, and also they do not happen simultaneously. Okay? First one, first two, first another. Okay, the most important for this is grammatically we use the auxiliary did when we're going to make a question or a negative statement. Then according to this, then I can say that, the three actions I did last night. Then I began that last night I read, simple past, I read a book, okay. Later, so this one, I read a book. Then I began reading a book and finished reading a book. That's it. Ahí terminó esa actividad. Later, más tarde, I played dominoes online. Yes? The same. So this activity doesn't have anything to do with the previous one. I began here and finished. So it didn't happen simultaneously and it didn't interrupt the other either. Okay, and finally, I went to bed at 11 p.m. Alright? Then this other activity, when I finished playing the domino, I did a different activity which was going to sleep. That began here, alright, and finished there. Okay, then, so I reminded that this is a battery, una seguidilla de actividades que ni pasan simultáneamente ni una interrumpe a la otra. Okay, remember just to make a question with did. Hey, did you play dominoes last night? So here is the auxiliary did. ¿Jugaste dominó anoche? So remember that this indicates that the question is in past, and the base, remember that the base form of the verb here. So with the negative statement, say we have to use also did. So Carlos didn't drink any coffee for breakfast. Drink. Here, remember that the base is the verb, the base. So here you don't have to put it in the simple past form, but in the present form. Why? Because of the auxiliary. So this auxiliary indicates that this statement is in the past. This activity didn't happen in the past. Alright? That is simple past. Okay, now past progressive. So, we use this just to describe an activity that it was in progress in the past. Something that happened at a specific time. Alright? To construct this, I reminded that we need to be aware of the simple past of the verb to be. Besides, we have to use the verb has a condition, ing. Okay? Then, let's suppose that the action was run in the park. Yes. Then John and Sophia. We say where run is the action, but it has to be in ing. Running. In the park at 6:15 p.m. Then this indicate that this activity was in a process or was incomplete in the past. Ellos estaban corriendo a las 6:15. So remember, a specific time, a specific 6:30. So if I say, hey, what were they doing at 6:30? At 6:30 p.m. At 6:30 p.m., okay, they were running in the park too. So they haven't finished. I repeat, this is just to describe things or actions that aren't incomplete in the past, that they are in progress. Then it is very different. Okay, now I will just illustrate again another two applications of the past progressive, and then we are going to miss them and do some exercises. Very good. Then now let's go through these other two used or application of the simple past and past progressive. So just compare this. In this situation, there are two actions in progress that happen simultaneously. As you can see here, both of them began at 6 p.m. last night, which was listen to music. The red one and the black one, jog in the park, jog, trotar, and finish at 7 p.m. So these two activities happened simultaneously according to this figure here. Then to put these two ideas together, as I said in the previous class, we need this kind of connector, while, which means mientras, when, cuando, as is the same as when, alright, cuando. Okay, as they happen simultaneously, so we have to use the past progressive, okay? Then I say that last night, I say I was listening. You see? I was listening. Look at this, and the ing. I was listening to music when or while, when, here I can say while too, mientras, while, yes, I was jogging in the park. Then remember, I remind you this, that the past of the verb to be and the action have to be in ing. Say mientras trotaba en el parque, escuchaban música. These two actions happen simultaneously, which means that they didn't interrupt each other. No. Now, remember, so let's go through this other situation. First of all, the action in red, climb a mountain, is in process, which began at 6 a.m. yesterday. Then, 1 hour later, look what happened. Start rain. Empezó la lluvia. Then, to put these ideas together, as happened here, I have to use the 3 connector. But here is the situation is completely different. As you can see, there was an action that was in progress, and there is another that interrupt the previous activity. Yes, as you can see here. Then how can I go or do or to put these ideas together? Then I say it started, simple past. It started raining, empezó a llover, when I was, cuando yo estaba aquí, I was climbing a mountain. Yes. Then remember that here they don't happen. They didn't happen simultaneously, but one action interrupted the other one. So I just want to remind you that the shortest, this one is the shortest activity or action. This one, all the time we got to be, it has to be in simple past. So the action that interrupts. And the activity, the longest activity, I was climbing, the longest activity, so the one that began first, because this one began at 6 a.m. and 1 hour later, it started doing this. The longest action goes all the time in past progressive or past continuous, whatever you want to call it. Hey, my dear student, that was just to review and practice. Now, so I am going to set up an exercise to practice this way. Okay? Very good. Stay tuned, don't go. Okay, my dear students, so finally, as I said earlier, we are going to practice just this small paragraph to compare past, simple past and past progressive. Look at the instruction. Putting the following verbs into the correct form. Los verbos que están en paréntesis. Alright? We have to put it in the correct form. I did, which is the general formula to represent simple past, or I was doing, which is the general formula to represent past progressive. Then look at this. Okay, last Saturday, Larry met David at the mall. Okay, this is simple past. Last Saturday, Larry met, se encontró, right? David at the mall. Then after, they some milkshake, drink, simple past, drank. Why? Remember, this is a battery of actions or activities. First they met, and then after, look at that, then after they drank some milkshake. Look at the clue words, the signal words. Later, as they, look, they were they were going. Yes? As they were going to the movie theater, they saw. Okay? This action, they were going to the movie theater. So what happened first, and this other activity interrupt this one. That's why here we use simple past. They saw Karen. ¿Quién? Who was talking? ¿Quién está hablando? Who was talking on the phone? Then she was when this happened, she was already doing that action on the phone. They, not say, okay, didn't, so say, remember the base form because of the auxiliary. So this indicates that this verb is in past. They didn't say hello to her, no la saludaron. A couple of hours later, un par de horas después, when they were, cuando estaban, they were returning home, when they returning home, a car crashed. Un carro se chocó, yes, crashed into a tree. But the driver, not dead, okay, didn't get hurt. So negation with the negative statement did not, the verb get goes in the basic word. Okay, my dear students, I expect that with this activity, this little example, you are going to accomplish the goals that I have set up at the beginning of this lesson. Then remember to practice English every day. Practice makes perfect. I love you so much as well as I miss you. Then I expect that we are going to get together soon. Okay? Goodbye, and don't forget to practice your English.